Hey, it's Ellie Goulding. This is my exclusive, most requested live Ask Anything chat. Thanks to Romeo and iHeart for having me on tonight. My new song is called Close to Me, featuring Diplo and Swaley. Let's get to your questions. Okay, first question is from Darla from Evansville. I don't know where that is, but it sounds very pleasant. Can you recreate your passport picture for us? It is quite serious. It is like... Yeah? Is that right? Caitlin from NYC, what is your biggest pet peeve? Like, I'm sure my crew in the background thinking that she's got a few pet peeves. I don't know, really. I suppose, like, I was in a theatre yesterday and... Oh, no, I've lost them. Oh, got it back. I was in a theatre yesterday and somebody's whispering. I really hate whispering. I think just talk or don't. Whispering bums me out so much, especially in the theatre. Anyway, there you go. Ashley from York, will there be an Ellie tour in 2019? There will be a tour. I can't say exactly where it's going to be right now, but there will definitely be a tour of some description, and new music, so yeah. Nina from Pittsburgh, I'm a running fanatic and do it just to feel free. Why do you run and what are your favourite places to feel free? I like to run to feel free, but I also feel like it clears my head. I think it's really good for mental health, and I think there's lots of emphasis on, talking and reading books on, self-help and all that kind of stuff, but actually the best kind of mental health, the best way to keep yourself healthy is to keep yourself fit, because there's so much adrenaline and endorphin going around that it's impossible to not feel good after you've done exercise. I think that, in my opinion. Obviously, keep to your limits and don't overdo it, but running is, or even just walking, is just a good way to clear your head and get the blood pumping around your brain. Okay. And I like to run in Hyde Park in London. What do you have planned for Christmas and New Year's? Christmas, this is from Deborah in Lansing. Christmas, I do volunteer, so I spend like the few days before Christmas in a couple of homeless shelters. One I'm the patron of, which is called the Marylebone Shelter, which is a women's only shelter. So I go there and hang out and play games and make things and maybe cook some things, make jewellery. And then I also go to Crisis and Chelsea's, some London-based homeless hostels. But then New Year's I'm having a party to make people come to my birthday the day before, basically. Fran from Dayton said, I just heard Close to Me for the first time. What do you think? Did you record it in one take, or does it take time when you're in the studio? Also, did Dip and Sway email their stuff, or were they in the studio with you? I did not record it in one take, unfortunately. Although, I am, people know me as like a one take wonder, so I can do things quite quick. And I did get emailed stuff from Dip and Sway, but because it was quite last minute. But next time we'll definitely be together, I hope. Alexa from Syracuse? Syracuse, where's that?
I'm not sure.
Hi, Alexa.
That was going to happen the moment you said it and you lit up.
Why? Oh, that's freaky. That's why I can't get it.
Syracuse, New York.
Because you know that people are listening to you all the time. And then, before you know it, what do you usually do after a long, stressful day in order to relax and calm down a bit? You've got an ad popping up on your Facebook of how to calm down and relax. Like an app or something. Mm-mm. What do you usually do after a long, stressful day in order to relax and calm down a bit? What do? I might watch something, or I might read it. I mean, kind of normal things, like maybe cook something, read a book, maybe go to the gym, go for a walk. But usually just try and hang out with my boyfriend. He's quite calming, so... Emily from Bristol. Is that Bristol here or Bristol in UK?
In UK.
Yeah? Cool. Love Bristol. What would be a good theme song to describe your life? That's a great question. I'm gonna have to think about that one. But I would probably choose some kind of 80s ballad, like Toto or something. E from Boston. What was the first rap song you can remember all the words to when you were young? It was either Eminem or Limp Bizkit, one or the other. I can't remember which one, but I definitely was obsessed at the time with Limp Bizkit. Wait, does that even count as rap? It may have also been... Who was in Deep Blue Sea? Who was the rapper in Deep Blue Sea? Does anyone remember? Huh?
DMX?
It wasn't DMX. It was... No, not LL Cool J. No.
I'll look it up.
Anyway, he had a song in that film, Deep Blue Sea. It was a really bad film about sharks. It's a bit like Sharknado. So I remember he had a song in that I knew all the words to. I think it's also in Say the Last Dance.
It's LL Cool J.
LL Cool J. There you go. Janae from Austin, what fragrance do you use? I've got to keep that a secret. I don't know why. No reason. Leah from Brooklyn, do you ever sing your own songs in the shower? Yeah, I do sing my own songs in the shower because I have to practice sometimes. Winnie from Chicago, have you ever done a Christmas album? What are your favourite Christmas songs? I've not done a Christmas album, but I did release a Christmas song. I did a version of Oh Holy Night. And that's all I've got to say about that. Tina from Philly, if you could be on a billboard in Times Square with anyone, who would it be and what would the theme be? Well, obviously I'd be with Diplo and Sway Lee at the moment with our new song. Michelle from Springfield, what shoes do you usually wear every day? What shoes do you wear when it's fancy time? I do wear a lot of sneakers, trainers, we call them. I like to be comfortable. And I like to always be ready for an emergency. But when it's fancy time, I do like a nice stiletto, I guess. Bella from Memphis, do you collect anything? What's your most prized possession? I don't really collect that much. I try not to hoard. But I suppose I collect shoes. And then eventually give them away. Most prized possession, my cat, I would say. Not that it's, we sort of live together. But he's called Wallace, and he's a Bengal, and he's amazing. Savannah from Myrtle Beach, how often are you on your phone? Who do you text with the most? I obviously text my partner the most, and I'm on it quite a lot, which is bad. I need to be on it less. My worst thing is waking up in the morning and going straight on my phone. It's just so bad. I think it's really good for you to keep your phone in a different room. Katie from Toronto, do you prefer to go by Ellie, or do your friends have a nickname for you? I get Els. I get Eleanor occasionally, which is my full name. Or I get Smelly, Smelly Ellie. Or EG. I get EG a lot. Angie from Charlottesville, what karaoke song would you pick for yourself if you were out with friends? It's always Everything I Do It For You by Bryan Adams. Dakota from Hyde Park. My mum loved your version of Vincent. Why did you pick that song, and did you hear it when you were a kid like me? That song is about Vincent van Gogh, and it was originally done by Don McLean, who wrote it after he read an autobiography about Vincent van Gogh and how awful his life was, and that he basically wasn't very well and had problems with his mental health, and he was misunderstood, and he was making these beautiful paintings. But he died very poor, and now Van Gogh paintings are worth millions and millions. But I think that he was just struck in the same way that I was with Vincent van Gogh about his life and the fact that he had a sad life, but he painted the most beautiful things in the world. So everyone knows the Starry, Starry Night, the famous, starry scene. I think it's in a museum here in New York. So there you go. That answers the question. Kiana from Erie? PA? Where's that?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Cool. Let's roll back to your high school yearbook, which we never had, by the way. I think it's an American thing. What were you most likely to be? What clubs were you in? I was always in the school play, so I was like Dick Whittington. I was the Scarecrow and Wizard of Oz. Good times. But I was also in a girls' football team, and then at uni I was doing martial arts and all sorts. Oh wow, I think that's it. Thanks again for watching my most requested live Ask Anything chat with Romeo. Don't forget my new song is called Close to Me featuring Diplo and Swaley. Thank you so much for all the questions you sent in tonight.